Are we live?
All right. We are live. The stream is live. You are live, Hannah,
Hi.
Maggot Girl.
Hi, everybody. Hello. I don't usually start with you, Steve. So here we are. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday night. We are live streaming on YouTube tonight. Usually we just do this with our Insiders Club members. And got lots to talk about. So we're going to start out on YouTube tonight. So come on in.
We do. Yeah, come on in, gang. Great to see everybody here as you come on along in our Monday night live stream. This is something we're going to be doing on Monday nights with you guys, in addition to our live stream Fridays. It's something that we've been planning together with our Insiders Club live Monday nights, normally Monday night, 7:00 p.m. I'm talking with our Insiders Club members live one-on-one. But we wanted to start off this with inviting everybody in, especially in relation to what's been happening with us. Those of you who've been following along with the ongoing saga with YouTube. Should I give them an update, Hannah? Should I just go right into it?
Yeah. I think this doesn't just involve us. This involves everybody here. So real quick as we get started, yeah, we did get an update on Friday. So maybe go ahead and share that with them. But real quick, before you do that, I know a lot of people on YouTube don't know who I am. So I'm the show producer. I'm not just a random fan. I'm working behind the scenes here. So if you're in our Insiders Club, we get to hang out every Monday. So my name's Hannah, and I run all the production over here. So take it away, Dr. Steve.
Oh, thanks, Hannah. Well, so many of you know we got notice a couple of weeks back that we were demonetized, and we were given an opportunity to try to work behind the scenes on getting it resolved. But unfortunately, it was all to no avail. And so for the next 90 days, we have been completely and totally demonetized. Now, it just so happens that we're experiencing this at the exact same time that Alex Jones has just been replatformed on X, right, formerly known as Twitter, and Tucker Carlson just gave his huge announcement today that he now has his own streaming service. And what I'm so excited about with that, and I talked about this on my first video this morning, the replatforming of Alex Jones and the new Tucker streaming service both show that the days of cancel culture have indeed come to an end. So Alex Jones, of course, was exiled from Twitter 5 years ago. If you remember, it was actually all coordinated, right? It was not just Twitter. It was Twitter. It was YouTube. It was Facebook, all back to back, bang, bang, bang. Collectively, they came together and banned Alex Jones at the same time. I mean, they're supposed to be independent platforms, and they appear to be working in total collusion with one another. Well, now Alex Jones is back, and I think we'll find that he'll be bigger than ever, precisely because of all the attention he's been getting. He's been the subject of because of the cancel culture. Which, of course, the very cancel culture would eventually come after President Trump, after J6, when big tech colluded together to ban him from Twitter and Facebook as well. And then you, of course, had Tucker fired from Fox. To this day, we still have no reason given for why he was fired. And remember, when he did his first Twitter video a few weeks after the firing, which got tens of millions of views. But do you remember what happened right after that? He got a cease and desist letter from Fox News telling him that his going on air on Twitter violated his contract with them, and he needed to cease and desist. Now, of course, Tucker told him where to stick it, but in both of these cases, as well as President Trump, Alex Jones, Tucker, Trump, this was all an attempt at deliberately trying to make all of us feel like we're alone. it was big tech oligarchs or big media oligarchs like Rupert Murdoch openly trying to destroy our ability to connect, to communicate with one another, to stay networked. That's what the deplatforming of Alex Jones was all about. That's what the deplatforming of President Trump was all about. That's what the deplatforming of Tucker Carlson was all about. Big tech oligarchs, Fox News executives want to sever our relationship with each other. These corporate CEOs and the international social government are trying to basically J6 all of us. They're trying to put patriots and those courageously speaking for truth into, well, I've called it, it's like a digital solitary confinement. This is what they tried to do, Alex Jones. This is what they tried to do to President Trump. This is what they tried to do with Tucker Carlson, particularly with the cease and desist letter. And now, unfortunately, they're trying to do it to us. But the beauty of this, Hannah, I have to tell you in particular, since you know you're behind the scenes, the beauty in all of this is that in the end, it's only having the opposite effect. And that's because you're all true patriots, and true patriots stand up, stand together, and defend. And I need, Hannah, maybe you can give us more specific numbers, but when we first told all of you guys what happened to us a couple of weeks back, that we got completely demonetized, over the course of that week, you all came together and carried this channel like never before. In the course of a single week, we had more people than ever make the courageous decision to bypass big tech oligarchs and join our Insiders Club, where we have direct access to one another that can never, ever be severed or interrupted by big tech overlords. Literally, thousands of you came to our rescue. And you've been doing it in two ways. You've signed up for our free newsletter, and you've officially joined our Insiders Club. Just those two acts alone are enough for us to collectively stand together and never, ever, ever have our relationship severed. So we're following in Tucker's shoes, as it were. We have our own Insiders Club where you can join and have direct access to me each and every week, like tonight in our live Q&As on Monday night. You can network in turn with thousands of patriots all over the world. We are an international movement. These are patriots who've dedicated their lives to building and defending a parallel economy dedicated to faith, family, and freedom. And we stand together and stand up and tell this big tech insanity that they failed. These oligarchs have failed. They failed in their attempts to isolate us. They failed in their attempts to consign all of us to digital solitary confinement. And they've failed to keep us from connecting and networking with one another on a daily basis. So this really is, for me, perhaps the single most, frankly, it's just the most exciting time for this channel ever now. We are 7 years old, and I cannot think of a time that's more exciting, because what's happening is we really are on the cutting edge of a revolution in media. We're seeing, like what Rush used to say, cutting edge of societal evolution, right? We are on the cutting edge of a revolution in media. We're seeing the rise of the independent content creator like never before. We're seeing the decentralization and dissemination of knowledge and information like never before. And we're seeing patriots rise up and refuse to allow big tech overlords to win by getting in between our ability to communicate with one another. And you're doing that by stepping out and joining our Insiders Club and sticking it to big tech once and for all. So this is an amazing, amazing time for us.
It is. It's fun to see the Insiders people here in the digital studio with us right now. I'm reading through your comments, so glad to see so many of you first-timers here. We've had tens of thousands of people opt in to stay connected with us, Dr. Steve, which has just been fantastic. So if you have not done that, if we get stuck and we can't get on YouTube ever, you want to be in connection with us. So make sure that we are we're in connection with you and that you put your info down in that link below. So click that link in the description and make sure that we have your contact information. But Steve, there is so much positive stuff to discuss this week. Alex Jones is back on Twitter. Javier Milei's been sworn in as president of Argentina. Harvard's board is meeting to discuss canning their communist president. Trump is leading the way in the polls. And now Tucker's got some really big news. So what a great time to be together and talking about this. We're going to get all into it. If you have questions, insiders, we're going to be answering your questions here in just a bit. But you've been kind of predicting this for a long time, and we're beginning to really see the fruit of our labor here.
We are. And this is, and make no mistake, this is all because of patriots like you guys out there who stand up each and every day and defend what's eternally true, good, and beautiful. If you guys went into the caverns thinking we're, building your bunker and thinking we're all alone and isolated in that digital solitary confinement, none of this would be happening. None of it would be happening. It's happening because you're stepping up and you're standing up for truth. And it's just absolutely, I mean, look, where do we even begin? I mean, that was a great list, Hannah. That was an amazing list. Let's stick with Tucker here, because I think what Tucker's announcement today is just so, it's such a game changer.
You roll the clip?
Yeah. Do you want to go for it? Absolutely.
All right.
2020 were mostly peaceful. They said that masks worked. They told you the vax was safe. They tried to convince you that Russia blew up its own pipeline. The corporate media lied too much, and it killed them. We're driving to see Julian Assange.
Believe me when I tell you.
Wait. I should be boycotting Bud Light.
Fantastic job.
Thank you. That was amazing.
TCN, man. I love it. TCN.
Yes.
Yeah. Turley Comedy Network. No. Yeah. If for those of you who have been following this channel for some time, and if not, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button, right? But you'll know a term that we use a lot on this channel, and that's called the rise of the network society. And what you just saw there was somebody bypass the old media guard with a new form of media that's very much akin to the way email and texting and instant messaging bypass the old post office. We really are entering into a new era of information dissemination that is literally bypassing the old legacy media, big media outlets. And for me, that's the key here. What Tucker is doing here signals the rise of the independent content creator. And it signals the fact that information can no longer be weaponized because it can no longer be monopolized by a single woke legacy media. It signifies the fact that through the internet, the network, it's called, information has been decentralized and dispersed from any kind of monopolistic control that they used to have, so that now anybody with a smartphone is a cameraman, anybody with a social media account is a commentator, and we now can be part of the news in a way we simply never could. So the lecture no longer has any rationale. It no longer makes any sense. We are now part of a massive worldwide conversation, and Tucker provides a platform to facilitate that conversation. And Tucker's just taking the network society to its next level. He'll easily have a bigger audience and more subscribers than CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News combined. Just watch, keep your eye on that. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So I think with just Tucker alone, not even bringing up Alex Jones, just with Tucker alone, This is an extraordinary game changer where we are going to have access to news, information, and analysis that totally bypasses the legacy media in a manner comparable to the way email bypasses the post office. It's stunning stuff.
What do you think this means for VP Tucker Carlson? Like, does that change things then?
I don't know if it could change things just in terms of making him even more valuable. I mean, I think a Trump Tucker ticket is astonishing. Again, I think it is probably the single most dangerous ticket to the establishment imaginable, because just for the very fact of what you just saw there. Remember, I mean, we talked about this with my video on Alex Jones today, right? Obviously, censorship is one of the primary tools that any authoritarian regime has at their disposal to control public opinion. But censorship is only one part, and scholars would actually argue it's a small part. The bigger tool that they have is, it's actually worse than censorship. It's the ability to create this sense of manufactured consent. That's what Noam Chomsky, who's a leftist dissident, for those who know him, that's what he's called it. He has a book out called Manufacturing Dissent. This is where authoritarian regimes, and he sees the media as basically playing this role. They manufacture a unanimity of narrative to make it look like anyone who's a dissident, anyone who dissents from that narrative, is a kook and needs to be excommunicated because they're a threat, they're a danger to, sane society. So what the legacy media does is they put forward not just an interpretation or a narrative, but it is, and this is key, it's a uniform interpretation. It's a uniform narrative. They are absolutely unanimous. Everyone is on script, because that means no one person is pushing this script. Everyone, right? We hang together, we hang separately. That's what's happening here. And they create the script based on pre-existing sentiments and loyalties in the population, but in such a way that manipulates those sentiments and loyalties so as to empower the regime. And that's exactly what they did to Alex Jones. The media unilaterally depicted him as a quack, crazed conspiracy theorist. They said he was a threat to democracy. They said he was a cruel harasser of mourning parents of murdered children. And the key here is that the uniformity of the media's message deliberately tries to isolate this dissenter from us. We're the large us, and he's this tiny little him, and he doesn't belong here because he's got these crazy ideas that no rational person believes. And so this massing of support that deliberately exploits our sensibilities deliberately seeks to isolate the dissenting voice against the regime. It's exactly what they tried to do with Trump when they said, they're doing it now when they're saying that a Trump second term is going to be a dictatorship. What are they saying to you? What are they trying to do? What are they playing off? They're exploiting our love for our democratic traditions in such a way that deliberately tries to isolate Trump and further empower them. That's the key. And Tucker is calling that out. He's exposing the fact that uniform narrative they put forward, whether it was COVID or the Covington Catholic School kids or Jussie Smollett's race hoax or or Hunter Biden's laptop or whatever it was. he's exposing the fact that that uniform narrative, all of it, was a lie. It was one lie after another lie after another lie and after another lie. That's why in this morning's video, I said, really, the big hero in the end, kind of even a little bit behind the scenes, the big hero is Elon Musk. Because what Elon Musk did in acquiring Twitter is he provided for us a massive open communications network that disrupts the unanimity of the media's narrative and therefore destroys their ability to isolate and seclude dissent. So what Tucker is doing is he's fighting back the same way Trump is fighting back, the same way Alex Jones is fighting back, the same way Elon is fighting back. They are disrupting the unanimity of the narrative with counterfactuals because information has been decentralized and disseminated. They're giving an alternative narrative that fits with the facts in a way that the media's narrative couldn't even hope to do, given their confirmation bias, where they fit the facts into the narrative rather than let the narrative unravel and just and basically assimilate itself, just like what we're seeing, the narrative that the media lies to us. It's pretty easy to find that they do. And what they are all collectively doing is destroying the regime's ability at silencing dissent and maintaining their power. And that is the ticket for 2024.
That's the ticket. And they're experiencing something we're kind of experiencing right now. We're experiencing what they experienced.
Yeah.
They're trying to take us down. And so for those of us that are in the studio right now, thank you guys for being here. I see your questions coming in. They're taking action, kind of like what Tucker's doing, and creating their own system that will not be taken down. That's what we're doing here. So if you want to join us, we're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff tonight. Just click the link in the description. Someone is back, Dr. Steve. I don't know if we have a picture of him that we can pull up here. It's a terrifying image. We like to go over boycotts and boycotts every Monday night. So if you want to see what someone else is backing here.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no. He's back, you guys. So we're going to be talking about that here in just a second. And we are going to be doing a giveaway. I know that sounds like a funny thing to say, Steve, but we've talked about this. What a funny time that we got demonetized. We've been planning for months and months to do a Turley Talks trip because we all want to be together. So we said one person in our Insiders Club membership is going to get to come for free. So we're going to be doing that at the end of our stream here tonight. So if you want to come join us in our movement, just like what Tucker is doing, go click that link in the description. It means so much to us that our relationship is intact. Just click the link on the description, put your name and your contact information. And that way, if we ever get taken down, 2024 is going to be crazy. We can still be in contact with you. So please, if you're watching this right now, please click that link in the description. And we're going to be talking about boycott and boycott. I'm sorry, everybody in the chat. They say their eyes are sore. Yes, from
there you go. I'm slow. Yes, I know. Yes. You thought you wouldn't have to look at that anymore, but no, unfortunately, that's right.
Well, we really want to build up a movement of people who are aware of what's going on and prepared to do a targeted boycott and boycott. So many people do boycotts, they decide not to go to Target for a while, they decide not to drink Bud Light, but then they might go back later, but they just don't really have the awareness of what's going on. They don't know where to purchase it, since they're not buying from Target. And so we really want to equip our Insiders audience to have the resources and info on how we can use our dollars to vote in this economy. So targeted boycott there in the comment. That's exactly what we're doing. So we're going to be talking
about targeted boycott and then targeted boycotts, having some kind of alternative that actually promotes and defends faith, family, and freedom.
Yes. So we'll be talking about Dylan, and then there is a car company that this season, this Christmas season, has really taken a stand on traditional family values. So I'm excited to talk a bit about that. But
yeah, we're going to give him a big shout out. Absolutely.
Yes.
And
and support him. Yeah, lots to talk about on the member side today. And we'll get over there in just a second. But I'm very excited about what Tucker's doing. Let's support him, you guys. He has a new Twitter account dedicated just to this. So go follow that if you're on Twitter. And we'll see what happens with him. Very exciting. So with that, anything else, Steve? We're doing a switch over just to members here. If you want to come join us for the rest of the show tonight, click the link in the description, and we'll come see you on the other side here in the studio.
Yeah, I just wanted to underscore something you said there, and even Tucker has said it. We have no idea what the regime is going to do in 2024. They are getting desperate. They are I mean, gang, if you look at these polls across the board, they see Biden imploding. They see it. They see it eventually gets to them. I think a lot of them are still whistling past the graveyard. They still have their fingers stuck in their ears and going la 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 la. But more and more are good. I'll have a video tomorrow on the Democrat coalition unraveling. This is from a liberal analyst who's looking at the inside the numbers of the polling and the crosstabs, and it's astonishing what's happening here. It's absolutely astonishing what's happening. I mean, we're talking voters under 30. We're talking non-white working class. We're talking suburban women. We're talking voters with college degrees. They are all voting Trump now. I mean, this is a coalition that was integral to any Democratic victory, and it's falling apart. They're going to get desperate, and we have no idea what they're going to pull between now and November 2024. We need to make sure we are locked in with each other like never before. So definitely click on that link below. At the very least, just join our email list so you're never, ever separated from one another. But you'll also be given an opportunity to join our Insiders Club, where we network together directly. And that is where the magic really starts to happen. So I really want to encourage you to do that, because you're doing that. There's nothing they can do that can get in between us.
Absolutely nothing. Yep. So if you want to come join us and watch the rest of the show, click the link in the description. We'd love to have you. Click the link in the description just to put your info in case something happens. And with that, we'll head over just to the member section. So thank you guys.
Love you guys.